Hello, fourth grade artists. You're drawing a cake today. You may draw either a 1-tier cake, a 2-tier cake, or a 3-tier cake. So that is up to you. I'm going to show you how to draw one of the tiers. If you are drawing a 1-tier cake, I would suggest you start with your paper wide. If you are drawing a 2 or 3-tiered cake, I'd suggest you start with your paper tall and vertical so you have room for all the tiers. We're trying to draw a very large cake because we're coloring in with oil pastels, and oil pastels work better if you're coloring a large surface. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to draw one tier. And if you would like to add additional tiers, then you're just going to repeat the process on top of the first tier. So to draw a tier of cake, we're going to draw an ellipse, which is kind of like this pancake shape. I'm going to try to make mine a little skinnier as it gets to the sides. Sometimes when we're drawing ovals, the sides stay kind of wide. I'm going to try to make it get a little skinnier. So see how the sides look like they got pinched a little bit? So after you have your ellipse, that's going to be the top part of the cake. We're going to draw 2 vertical lines down, which are the sides of your cake. And we're going to draw kind of a curved line that's sort of the same curve as the bottom of your ellipse. So we don't want like a smile. We just want a little kind of gentle curve. Okay, so this is a basic tier. If you want to add additional tiers on top, what you would do is add another smaller ellipse, draw the lines down, another curve, and then erase anything that is overlapping and shouldn't be seen. So pause this video. If you're drawing more tiers, go ahead and do that now. I am going to show you how to draw a slice missing from your cake. Whichever cake you're drawing, you need to draw at least one of the tiers with a slice missing. So for example, this one has the top missing, this one has the middle missing a slice. So everybody's cake is going to have one slice missing. I'm going to start with a dot in the middle of that ellipse to plan where I want my slice of cake to be. So if you want to, you could draw 2 diagonal lines down that are very symmetrical and centered if you want your slice of cake to be missing from the center. If you want a slice of cake to be missing from the side, then you're going to draw 2 diagonal lines going sort of in the same direction. So meaning that these two are both sort of going towards the left side of the cake. You could also do the right side of the cake. I'm going to show you what this looks like. But remember, your lines could also be here, or maybe something like this. It can't be behind the cake because we just wouldn't see it. Okay, so I'm going to work with these lines for now. Those red and blue are just other choices. So after you have that triangle kind of diagonal line from the center, we're going to draw 2 more vertical lines down from where that line meets this edge, okay? So if your cake slice is on the side like this, the first thing I would do is erase that line of the ellipse that cuts it off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some lines that are parallel to this left side of the cake slice. This right side, I can't really see because the way the cake is angled, so I just need to repeat this sort of angle and draw some lines down. So you can see it's kind of going up. We want those to stay parallel to show the different layers of cake. So once I get all the way to the end of the cake, now I'm going to erase this extra little piece, because I want to show that my cake is missing that slice. So if you're doing a slice missing from the side, then that sort of completes what you do with the cake, and you can add those 2 lines to show sort of like your horizon. Let's work on this red center section because this would look a little different. All right, I retraced what I had with red so it doesn't get too confusing. But so this is what you would do if you're working with the center slice missing. We're drawing 2 more vertical lines down on the 2 sides where the diagonals are touching the ellipse. We also need a 3rd vertical line here, which is like the farthest point back towards the center of the cake. I'm going to try my best to erase this a little bit. We do want to get rid of that part of the ellipse because now we're going to draw lines that are parallel to this left side going down. One more. And now we're going to repeat the process on the right side, except this time I'm going to start with that first section that I just drew, keeping this little kind of arrow pointing up shape. So now I'm going to erase what I don't need at the bottom, which is those 2 little sections that are where the slice is missing. I'm going to pause and darken the areas that you want to keep so that it's easier to see exactly how this cake will look when finished. All right, 4th grade artists, I made a little mistake and drew my little black line a little too long, so I'm just going to cover it up with a little extra paper. So now you can see what that center cut would look like of your tiered cake. So you need to draw a 1, 2, or 3 tiered cake with a slice missing in pencil today. Nice and light pencil pressure, nice and big cakes. Happy creating.